Creating new characters is fun, but it can be a bit hard sometimes. So here are some tips to help you level up your character design skills. First tip, focus on shapes first. Character design is more than drawing a body and adding details and accessories to it. Be creative with your body shapes. The shapes you choose for your character will help visualize their personalities better. You're telling a story with every single feature you draw on your character, so use it to your advantage. Pick up simple shapes like circles, rectangles, and triangles and see what you can come up with. Think about your character, who they are, how they talk, what they like, and draw them accordingly. For example, I have these two characters, Jean and Nevlan. Jean is a gnome girl, she's very small but very energetic, so I tried to give her shapes that will translate that. Small but round face, hair that even if it's tied tends to be a bit wild. Nevlan, however, is a more of an introvert. He prefers to stay at home, reading his books, and is probably sleep deprived. So I decided to go for the taller body but very slim. He is a nice person, he is friendly, and I think you can tell that from his looks. He just prefers books and studying to people. Both their shapes and looks will help the viewers have a better idea of who my characters are. Now, after deciding what kind of shapes your character is going to have, it's good to check on their silhouette. The silhouette is a solid shape of the subject you're drawing, and in this case, the body of a person. There are no features here, only a black shape, but the silhouette is important so you're sure both the pose and the character is recognizable without details. Can you tell what your character is doing only with the silhouettes? Can you recognize them? Basically, this is a test that your character goes through, so we're sure that anyone that looks at them will know what's happening there. So, in short, the clearer your silhouette, the better. And if you find these tips helpful so far, remember to give this video a like and subscribe to watch more videos like this. Now, after doing a silhouette of your character comes the really fun step: exaggeration. This is a time for you to push the limits and break all the rules. Exaggerate your character's features, their proportions, anything you think might make your character more interesting. Focus on what's unique on them and exaggerate that. For example, is your character really tall and that's something you want to be very noticeable in them? Then draw some huge legs, maybe they can even go off the paper. It's all up to you. Your character doesn't need to have realistic proportions, so play with that. Personally, I like to be very mild with the exaggeration, but it all depends on your own taste and preferences. Nevertheless, I do recommend for you to experiment with it as much as you can, so you know how far do you want to go with your style and characters. Now, for the next tip, color. It's important for your character to have a good color scheme, something that is eye-catching. Think about what kind of character you're drawing. Are they a hero or a villain? Heroes tend to have brighter and more colorful colors, while villains go for the somber and darker tones. Are they a main or a secondary character? Again, main characters tend to be more vibrant. It's very popular to use primary colors like red, yellow, and blue for them, while a secondary character will usually go for something softer, so it's not in conflict with the main character. On the other hand, you can use their personalities to choose color. A very energetic character will probably have very happy colors, while a more introverted one will probably wear neutral colors. It all depends on what you're trying to tell the viewer. Every single thing you choose for your characters is useful information for whoever is looking at them. Also, these are just some helpers for you to choose the color. These are not rules you're obligated to follow. In truth, you can color your character however you want, as long as it makes sense for you and them. You can also choose their colors based on their story. And that's our next tip: story. Even if you're not writing a book or a comic with them, I always recommend writing something about your character. It can be as simple or as complex as you want, but it should have information like their name, their likes, dislikes, personality traits, age, gender, hobbies, dreams, where are they, what year or age do they live in, and even some backstory. For example, you could have a villain character, but you decided that they're actually quite bubbly and nice at first sight, so no one really ever suspects them. They do their evil while no one's looking, and that's how they get away with it. No one knows it's them because they're just too nice. They actually even wear very vibrant colors every single day. So as you can see, you can use their story to play with how will they look physically, as well as what will they wear and what kind of color scheme to use. I find it really helpful to always write something about my characters, and I might even add new stuff as I work and develop them. So do try to write some notes on your sketchbook so you have a clear idea of who your character is. These are my main tips to create more interesting and fun characters. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and as always, keep on drawing.